What are the odds of winning the Kentucky Derby wire to wire? Welcome to All Horse Racing All the Time. I'm Alan, your host, and today we're going to take a look at that question. How many horses have won the Kentucky Derby wire to wire? Who were they? Going back to the history of the Kentucky Derby. And then we're going to take a look at some of the entries this year. And what are the odds, the fair odds of a horse going wire to wire in the Kentucky Derby? Got some speeds in there. Okay, going back, this is going to be the 151st running of the Kentucky Derby this year. Now, in the past, there have been 150 Kentucky Derbies, and how many have gone wire to wire? 23 of them. 23. That's 15.3%. All right, we're going to take a look at some of those horses right now. And I'll tell you what I think about these. Now, gate to wire winners. The last time we had a wire to wire winner, that was authentic in 2020. Okay, so we got a bit of a drought there. Before that, you have to go back all the way to 2002, War Emblem. He's the second most recent. Then you go to Winning Colors, 1988. Then the next one, Spend a Buck, 1985. And then going to the next one, you got to go to Bold Forbes, 1976. So going back the last 50 years, there's been 5 gate to wire winners. 5 gate to wire winners. All right. So now you're at 10%. Now, who were some of the other gate to wire winners? Just to give you a quick glance at them. Riva Ridge. What a great name. 1972. Before that, Kawhi King, 1966. Jet Pilot, 1947. So you see there's a big gap here. It's not a very common occurrence. You know, if you go back, Count Fleet, 1943. Bubbling Over, 1926. Paul Jones, 1920. Sir Barton, 1919. Regret, 1915. Old Rosebud, 1914. Worth, 1912. Meridian, 1911. Wintergreen, 1909. Great year for the penny. Okay. Agile, 1905. Jimenez, 1901. Then you go to Typhoon the Second, 1897. Halma, 1895. Fonzo, the Fonz, 1880. And Daystar, 1878. All right. So you see there's a big gap there. I mean, the concerning gap was the only 5 of them in the last 50 years. Now, how does that 15.3% for all of them? 10% over the last 50 years, the last one to 2020, and then you have to go all the way back to 2002. Okay, so as we know, we have 20 horses. What are the odds of it happening this year? Well, to give you some odds there, I'll give you my fair odds, what I think the odds are of going to happen. We do have some early speeds in there right now. Now, out of the early speeds that do their most damage on the front end, we have 3 of them are Bafferts. And we know Medocket Road, he is the speed of the speed. Medocket Road, now he got in there as in the points list with some of the horses that are not running for whatever reasons. He gets in there. Bob Baffert also has a Citizen Bull, who always tries, gets the first call. He didn't get it in the last race, but he was damn close and got it by the second. You know he's a front runner. So you got Rodriguez, you got Citizen Bull, Medocket Road. And qualifying right now also is East Avenue, who damn near stole the race, the Bluegrass Stakes, finishing by a nose or second, coming in second place to Burnham Square. So you got 4 front running types in there. Okay. 4 of them, but here's the thing. Out of those 4, the one that I believe has the best chance to wire the field would probably be Medocket Road. He has the blistering early speed. Really, really lightning speed, goes to the front. But you got others that press him there. It's going to depend on the post. With Medocket Road in there, so you got 4 out of those 4. And now you got to consider the horses that are also the ones that are favored, who have some of the best speed overall, numbers, and running styles to fit the race, like Journalism. You have some others, closers that are dynamite, like Sandman and Sovereignty and Floods and Luxor Cafe coming in from Japan, and some horses that rate that could come on with closing kicks. Who even Grande comes to mind a little bit from Pletcher or Burnham Square, who really has a good kick. So I think this year the odds of a front runner, unfortunately for Bob, right now I'd put them at no more than the 10% that we stand over the last 50 years, 15.3%. And I think it's going to be tough. It's going to come down to the post position. But it gets a little worse. It gets a little worse in this. It gets worse by the two right now, the next two that are on the bubble. They need some scratches or withdrawals to get into the Kentucky Derby. Is the next one up to get in line is another speed type, likes to be on the front or near the front, sometimes can go, is Built. Okay. And I don't see him going wire to wire, certainly. But if he gets in there, who knows? Something might open up a little bit. And the next one in line, though, makes it really dicey, and that's Neoquist, who can get in there. He's at 40. He's this next one that's up in line, and this one has speed. I'd love to see the speed duel between Medocket Road and Neoquist if he gets in there. And just by the presence of those two, if those two happen to get in, now you're talking 6 Kentucky Derby. If Built gets in, I don't change the odds at all. But if Neoquist gets in there, I'd be more inclined to drop those odds overall to less than 10%, certainly less than 10%, because now you might have the speed knocking everybody out. And as it is, some of the horses that I believe have a better chance to win than all of these, right now, they look like that's going to be the type. What type of horse do I think has the best chance to win? Early depressing type or some of the closers. I believe it will be a closer this year if the post position set up well. And we got those 3 outstanding closers between Sandman and Sovereignty and Luxor Cafe. I see them, one of those types as the closers to getting it done. And then, of course, we have Journalism, Burnham Square, some of those in between type horses. As far as I put the odds probably between 10 and 20%, closer to 10%, to about 10% overall. If another one gets in or two, maybe less, maybe a little bit more. If it stands as it is, so we got to see. That's where it is. Early speed this year, not likely, but you never know. If somebody shakes loose, if somebody gets a great post. If there's some get tangled up, it's going to come down to the post. So when you're doing your handicapping, keep that in mind. What do you think? Early speed this year? Leave your comments down below. Thanks for watching, everybody, and may the horse be with you.